Hi guys, it's Nancy, and I'm back to do another video with you. This time I'm doing a mask make, which I haven't done for quite a while. So I have just some scraps of like cardstock weight paper, and I'm going to cut them vertically, and I want them to be about 3 inches wide. So this video this project is inspired by Donna Vintage Snippets. She posted this back in April. Well, these are both about 3 inches, but I'm going to take that side off so when it's folded in half, the roses are not folded. Okay, this one I want this word or this phrase, so I'm going to go this way. Probably cut that bottom off. This one, I'll cut the dark edge off. Will I? Good to use up some scraps that I pulled from my box. This one I don't want to use too much of it because it's kind of precious to me. It's an inside page from vintage, why can't I think of the word today? Ledger. Now, all of these I'm going to fold in half. I'm going to be making some scrappy notebooks. That act as tabs. So Donna, in her Instagram post, she credited Tracy Fox. And I saw Tracy's video and she credited Tony. I think that's crafted by Tony. And Margaret from Seven Plaza, something like that, I think. I don't know. I did not see either of those videos. But I think she said that was from their Mass Make March. These long ones I'm going to cut into shorter tabs. Okay, so that one's good length. This one I'm going to cut off right about there. these 12-inch ones. Maybe I'll do 4. I could make them all a little different. I could do 4, 4.5, and a 3.5. Maybe I'll do that. This one's got a rough edge. I think I'll try to leave that. How big are you? How big are you? Almost 7.5. So let's do 3.5 and whatever's left. We'll do a 5, a 4, and a 3. Three might be too small. Let's do a couple of 5s. Okay. I also like this pattern. Maybe I'll leave this edge on. That'll be something different. That's about 7. I would do straight up 3.5. I'll get my little tool there, press these edges. This will be going into my big book of ideas that I started last year. Haven't touched for a bit. All right, now I need my envelope punch. And then what I'm going to do is decide where I want the tab to be. So imagine this going on your page, so it'll slide like that. So I'm going to want the tab at the top, I think. So I will start by putting the top corner right there in the center. And maybe I want it about 2 inches or so. And then I'm going to cut that piece off. Okay. And these can go left or right. This one I think I'll put the tab right in the center. Like that. Sort of off kilter. finish this. So I've cut off the extra, and I just saved one so I could show you how I did that. So I measure 1 1/8 from that open edge, and then cut off the folded edge. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. Now I need to grab my plainish scrap papers. All right, I'm going to start with this one by inking it up. Now I've pulled out a lot of stuff, including some tea-dyed doily. And I thought, oh, wouldn't this be fun? This envelope, library pocket. So I am doing this slightly different than Tracy Fox did. It might be exactly the same as the other ladies did. So I'm going to put this on the back. Like that. And then I got a scrap of lace I could put there. And let's do that's not really a note. I'm going to just peel that off the top. Okay, glue. So, again, I keep pulling that metal tip off. I want to make sure this goes on straight, so I'm just going to give myself a little pencil line. Okay. Add this. Okay. So there's some pages on one side. I'm going to flip this over and one. What if I go this way? And then what's this? No, I don't want that big. I think this is from the piano roll. Okay. I'm not gluing it here, I'm just sort of measuring. How high I need to go. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do now is add a line of stitching here and here. I'll be right back. All right, so I've got stitching on both sides. This opens right up. Now, I'm going to leave it like this. I can choose when I'm ready to use it to glue this whole thing together. And then it can be clipped to the side of a page, or I can put a little bit of glue here and here and attach that to the side of the page. And then I can do some embellishments here or what have you. Okay, so let's do another one. I decided to use this piece of pink something. A little long, and I don't want it to overhang. Just need a little bit off. That's crooked. Yeah. Now let's add Okay. I'm going to shorten this one a bit. I want to be able to read that where it says while you're out. Use the stripes inside to line these up. So that's the front. And then this is the next layer. And then okay, let's see what it looks like. Just need to tear a bit off. Nobody will ever know. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. You know what I didn't do is ink that edge. So I'll just put that paper there. Okay, now let's do an urgent things to do. You know, put that there, that on top. I'll take a bit off the top. goodness. Okay, what was I doing? We thought we'd do that. And like that. Okay. Gonna glue that together. Now, if I only wanted the paper one-sided, not flipped to the other side, I would just leave the other flap, or the other half of. Let me show you what I mean. I would not put anything here, and then it would just, you know, be a tab that could be glued down. But I don't want the numbers to be covered, so hopefully. Okay, put that on the pile of sew. Let's do something a little more neutral. Okay, so this one, I'm going to glue that down. And, ooh, here's one. Glue those two together. And do I have a piece of doily somewhere? Of course I do. Unless I want that one. I'll go with this one. Okay, I'm going to draw a little line there again so I can get this on straight. Might as well draw it on this side too. Okay, there's one side. Excuse me. So if this was to go on the page, it would look like that. Let's put something on the opposite side. I mean, these don't have to be only the length of the paper. It can certainly extend beyond that. I got that. I can put that. This one says the Queen's Prime Ministers. If I go this way, that way, that way. And go sideways. Go that way. I thought maybe I should check and see if I liked it, but I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. So that's what it'll look like. on either side of a page. Sorry, I made that one wrong. Like that. Okay, put that to sew. All right. I think you've seen me do enough of those. I'm going to continue to work away, and then at the end of the video, I will give you a fashion show, I guess. All right, I'll be back in just a minute. All right, so I've got quite a few done. These ones are standard issue, but I'll show you some that have something a little different. So I've used a piece of torn invoice there, and on this side I've used part of a guest check and an embossed piece of paper. This one I've used an image from a book, and this came from a letter, a handwritten letter. And on this side I've added a piece of paper doily. Here I edge punched and inked that piece of ledger. Used a piece of piano paper on that side. This one, again, this is part of an invoice, and then here I used part of a letter with a piece of tape on it. I put this little tag here. And on this side again, I used that tab punch or edge punch. This was the first one we did with an envelope, a library envelope. This one I used a small envelope and just tucked a little card in there. A little bit of paper doily. And on this side I used some lace. Actually, that's what that will look like. And this last one, I added some torn lace and a piece of lace there. Another envelope, like a coin envelope, and some scrap paper. So I guess it will go that way so that the flower's going the correct direction. And this green stem matches this green paper nicely. So that is my tabs. When I use them, I'm going to decorate them. So maybe I might put an eyelet there and add a charm, or maybe I might put some labels here, add a little tiny photo. Anything's possible. But I hope you thought this was kind of a fun project, and you'll grab some scraps. And honestly, that's all I used was scraps right out of the scrap bin. And you'll give that a little try. Anyway, take care. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.